This is the video for page 151, 1 through 19 odd. Your homework was page 151, 2 to 20 even. All right, graph each linear function. Remember, we are graphing functions, which means we are in slope-intercept form. Remember, you have f of x is the same as y equals mx plus b, where m is your slope and b is your y-intercept. So in this case, your slope is -2 over 1. Always make it a fraction. And b, in this case, is 0, 0, because you would just imagine this to be a plus 0. So I'm going to draw my graph, x, y. I'm going to plot my y-intercept. Is at 0, 0 at our origin. And remember, you rise and run. So I'm going to rise down, which seems weird, but that's okay. So I'm going to go down 2, 1, 2, and over 1. And then you connect your dots. And that's your graph. Okay, same thing here. Y equals mx plus b. So my slope is -2 over 1 again. So remember, rise over run. And my b is 3. But remember, you're always going to put a 0 in front of it. So I'm going to graph this, x and y. So 0, 3, my y-intercept first, and then you're going to rise -2, so you go down 2, and then you're going to run 1. So you end up right here. Connect your points, and that's your graph. Okay, same thing here. Y equals mx plus b. So your slope is 1/2. Remember, rise over run, and your y-intercept again is 0, because this could be plus 0, and put a 0 in front of it. So when you graph x, y, okay, you're going to plot your y-intercept is at 0, 0. You're going to rise 1. So rise 1 and run 2. So you end up right here. And then you draw your line. Okay? Alright. Nothing's changed. Y equals mx plus b. In this case, m is 1/2. Rise over run, and b is -4. Be careful, don't forget your negative. Put a 0 in front of it. So now you're going to graph it, x and y. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Plot your y-intercept, 0, -4 is right here. You're going to rise 1. From your y-intercept, rise 1, run 2. So you end up right here. Okay, connect your points, and you're done. All right, for 9 and 11, the directions say use this graph to match each linear function. So number 9 says f of x equals 5x minus 3. So we're looking at these choices, okay? F of x equals 5x minus 3. Okay, so the first thing we would do is find our y-intercept. Our y-intercept is at -3. So let's look, because we have f of x equals 5x minus 3. This is number 9. Okay? So 5x minus 3. So which one of my y-intercepts is at negative 3? Is this at negative 3? No. Is this at negative 3? No. Is this at negative 3? Yep. And then did we rise 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 1? Yep. So C would be my answer for number 9. And then let's look at number 11. Number 11 says f of x is equal to 5x plus 1. So in this case, my y-intercept is at 1. Is my y-intercept at 1 here? No. 1 here? No. Well, we know it's not C. 1 here? Yep. And my slope is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 1? Yep. So in this case, number 11 is D. Okay. All right, we did actually all go to 13. Graph each linear function by finding the x and y intercepts, then write each equation using function notation. Okay? So if you want to find the x-intercept, you're going to plug in 0 for y. So I do x minus 0 equals 3. So you have x equals 3. And then if I want to find my, so this is to find my x-intercept, plug in 0 for y. And if I want to find my y-intercept, plug in 0 for x. So then I would do 0 minus y equals 3. So then you have negative y equals 3. Divide both sides by negative 1, you get y equals negative 3. So now when I go to graph, I've got my x and my y. So I'm going to do x equals 3 here, y equals negative 3 here, and then you just connect them. Well, that was a terrible connection, but you guys get the idea. Okay. All right, now they said they want us to write it in function notation. So I have x minus y equals 3. So I need to isolate the y, so I'm going to subtract x from both sides, which gives me negative y equals negative x plus 3. Divide each piece by negative 1, giving me y is equal to x minus 3, and then we just change the y to f of x. So we have f of x is equal to x minus 3. And that's my function notation, and then my graph is up here. All right, graph each linear function by finding the x and y intercepts, and then, okay. So in order to find my x-intercept, I set y equal to 0. In order to find my y-intercept, I set x equal to 0. So I'm going to say x equals 5 times 0. And then over here I'm going to say 0 equals 5y. So x equals 0. And then over here I have to divide both sides by 5. And you get 0 equals y. So we actually get both of them equaling 0. Which means that when I go to graph it, I only actually have one point, right? Just this point right here. So I actually need another point. So you can actually just choose any other point that you want. So if I were to make a table, if I were to choose, let's choose negative 1 and 1 for x. So if I plug negative 1 in for x, I'll just do my work over here. Divide 5 by both sides, you get y is equal to negative 1/5. And if I plug in 1, you're going to get 1/5. So when I go to graph these, okay, so negative 1, negative 1/5 is going to be like right here. And then 1/1/5 is going to be like right here. So the graph looks like this. Okay? Alright, graph each linear function by finding the x and y intercepts. Okay, so again, in order to find in order to find your y-intercept, or x-intercept, you're going to say y equals 0. In order to find your y-intercept, you're going to say x equals 0. So I'm going to say negative x plus 2 times 0 equals 6. And then I'm going to say negative 0 plus 2y equals 6. So negative x plus 0 equals 6. So negative x equals 6. X equals negative 6. Over here I have negative 0 is just 0. 2y is equal to 6. Y is equal to 3. So when I go to graph this, I'm going to say 1, 2, 3. So x is negative 6 is right here, and y is 3 is here, and then you're going to connect them, and that's your graph. And then in order to put it in function notation, you're going to say negative x plus 2y equals 6. So you're going to add x to both sides, giving me 2y is equal to x plus 6. Divide everything by 2, and you get y is equal to 1/2 x plus 3. And you're just going to change the y to f of x. And that is function notation. All right, last one here, same thing. If you want the x-intercept, you're going to set y equal to 0. If you want the y-intercept, you're going to set x equal to 0. Okay? And so here we say 2x minus 4 times 0 is equal to 8. And then here we're going to say 2 times 0 minus 4y is equal to 8. So I have 2x minus 0 is equal to 8. 2x equals 8. So x equals 4. Over here we have 0 minus 4y is equal to 8. Negative 4y is equal to 8. Y is equal to negative 2. So I'm going to graph that. X is at 4. Y is at negative 2. Connect them. There's your graph. And I have 2x minus 4y, equals 8. Put it in function notation by subtracting 2x from both sides. You get negative 4 equals negative 2x plus 8. Divide each piece by negative 4. You get y equals 1/2 x, because a negative over a negative is a positive, and you need to reduce, minus 2. Change your y to f of x, and you're in function notation. That's it. You guys have a great night.